So first of all, we are going to check whether Java is installed on our Ubuntu operating system or not. So for that, we need to open the terminal. So you can just click on these dots here and then search for the terminal, or you can press Ctrl Alt T to open a new terminal. Then you just need to give this command, which is java version here. Now, if it gives you the version of Java in the output, then Java is installed on your Ubuntu operating system. And if it gives you this kind of output, which I'm seeing here, which is command Java is not found but can be installed with these commands, then Java is not installed and Ubuntu is suggesting us the versions of Java which we can install on the Ubuntu operating system. Now, as you can see here, we don't want to install the OpenJDK version of Java. We want to install the Oracle Java JDK, right? So if you are interested in installing the OpenJDK Java version, then you can give one of these commands. So if you want to install the Java JDK version 8 for OpenJDK, you can give this command. For 11, you can give this command. Then you have the 13 version, 14 version. Nowadays, the 15 version is also available for the latest version of Ubuntu operating system. So we are not interested in installing the OpenJDK. We are interested in installing the Oracle Java JDK. So let's see how we can install this. So for that, you need to open your favorite browser and then search for download Oracle JDK. And the first link which will appear here will be from oracle.com/java. So just click on this link. I'm going to put this link in the description of this video also, so you can directly come to this website. At the time of making this video, Java SE 15 is the latest version of Java. So we are going to download and install this version. So you can directly see this link which says JDK download. So I'm going to just click on this link, and then when you will just scroll down here, you will be able to see different packages for different operating systems. So the file we are interested in is this file, which is for Linux x64 Debian package, which is this file. So I'm going to just click on this file and then click on the checkbox and then click on download button, which is going to start the download of this file on my Ubuntu operating system. So just wait for this file to download. It's around 155 megabyte file. So now once this .deb file is downloaded, I'm going to minimize my browser and then I'm going to go to my terminal once again. Let me clear the terminal, and then I'm going to cd to my downloads directory where my downloaded file is there. So I'm going to just do ls. You can see this .deb file is there. So in order to install Java using this .deb file, you just need to give this command, which is sudo dpkg and then -i and the name of the file, which is JDK 15.0.2. So I'm going to give this command. I'm going to give my Ubuntu's password and then press enter, which is going to start the installation of Java JDK on my Ubuntu operating system. So just wait for the installation to complete. So once that's done, we need two more commands, and these commands are these two commands. I'm going to provide all these commands in the description of this video also, so you can directly copy and paste these commands. So the first command is this one, which is sudo update -alternative space -- install / user bin java space java user lib jvm. And here you need to provide the location of your Java JDK 15 folder. So let's give this command, and it's going to give you this error because we have installed the JDK 15.0.2 version. So it's going to create this directory and not this directory. So let's ls to this user lib jvm directory. So ls user lib jvm, and you can see we have jdk-15.0.2 directory and not this directory. So just replace this directory name with this one and you will be good to go. So I'm going to just replace this directory name with 15.0.2 here and then give this command, and it's going to work fine. Same, I'm going to copy the next command for the Java C, right? So this command is for the Java C, right? So I'm going to just copy this command, change the directory name, which is jdk-15.0.2, and then press enter, and everything is done. So let me clear the terminal, and we are going to just give the Java --version command now. And once you press enter, you will see that Java 15.0.2 is installed on our Ubuntu operating system. You can also give Java C command to check the Java C version, which will be same, which is 15.0.2. So now at this point everything is working and now you are good to go. Let's say you want to set the Java home environment variable also for your Java installation. So for that, let me clear the terminal once again. And first of all, I recommend you to just use this command, which is sudo update -alternatives space --config java. It's going to give you the location for your Java installation folder. You can see here, right? So if you are confused, you can always use this command to change between different versions of Java. If you have installed different versions of Java on your Ubuntu operating system, this command is going to help you to switch between those versions also. Okay. So now at this point, what we are going to do, we are going to add this path as the Java home environment variable. So for that, you need to edit a file which is called etc profile file. So you can use any editor of your choice, Vim, Nano. I generally use gedit to edit the file because it's relatively simple for me, let's say. So I'm going to just open this file, which is called etc profile file, and then it's going to open this file like this. So at the end of this file, what you need to do, you need to just type java _home all in capital and without any space, and then equals, and then you need to just copy the path of your Java JDK folder until the version. You don't need to include bin/Java directory, right? So I'm going to just copy this and then paste this path here. Once you are done, just Control S to save your file, and then you can now exit from your gedit editor. Now in order to just update all the paths, you just need to give this command, which is source and then /etc profile. Okay, so it's going to update all the source paths. So now once you give this command, you can just see the value of your Java home by using this command, which is echo $Java _home. It's going to give you the path of this environment variable, which is the path of your JDK directory. So now let's develop a very simple Java program and see if everything is working in terms of compilation and execution of the program. So for that, what I'm going to do is, let's say I'm in my home folder. You can just cd to the folder where you want to create your project. So I'm going to just create a directory called let's say work. Okay, and I'm going to cd to this work directory, and then I'm going to create a file which is called hello.java file, And once this file is created, you can see this file is created inside this directory. So I'm going to use gedit to just open this file in the editor. And once this file is opened in the editor, and here you can write a very simple hello world program in Java. You can find this program anywhere on internet. So just write this program, save your file, and then go to your terminal once again. And once you have this program, you just need to give this command, which is javac, and the name of your file, which is hello.java. One thing to notice here is that your class name and the file name should be same. So in this case, my class name is hello and my file name is hello.java, right? And then just give this command. This command is going to compile your program and generate this file, which is called hello.class. This is the binary file which you can use to run your program. So you can just use now the Java command and then hello. So you just need to give the name. You don't need to give the extension .class for your program. So just give Java hello and it's going to print the hello world or whatever program you want to execute using this Java command. So this is how you can download and install Java on your Ubuntu operating system. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next video.